studio with someone I've tried to get here for at least a couple of years, and today she's landed at this bilingual program. Thank you for being with us, Denise, to interpret. Why don't you introduce people in Spanish? I'll do it in English.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much for allowing me this time and bring the community that is making the Latinos succeed in this area. So we have here Rosa and Rosa Gallo.
Yay.
And Sandy Gallo. They are the owners of the Gallos. ¿Cuál es el nombre de su restaurante, Rosa?
Rosa Gallo's Family Restaurant.
Rosa Gallo's Family's Restaurant.
So if you Google, that's what you want to Google.
Sí, quiero dejarles saber a todos que muchas gracias por su atención. Como siempre es un programa bilingüe. Aquí estamos nuevamente con unos invitados que Ruth lleva tiempo tratando de conectar y finalmente están acá, que es la familia Gallo del restaurante familiar Rosa Gallo.
Okay, and for the visual audience who will get to see this, Rosa brought her voted first place Best Mexican Award from the Chronicle for Reader's Choice.
Y para todos esos que nos están viendo aquí visualmente, queremos enseñarles el premio que ganó. Rosa Gallo's Restaurant fue el mejor restaurante mexicano escogido por el pueblo de Willimantic, de las áreas limítrofes. Muchas felicidades.
Yes, congratulations. Let's get Sandra, right?
Sandy,
tell us the address and the phone number and the hours of the restaurant.
So our address is 856 Main Street here in Romantic, obviously. And our phone number is 860-906-6031.
Me gustaría que Rosa nos dijera cuál es la dirección de tu restaurante y el número de teléfono que se pueden comunicar.
Estamos ubicados en la 856 de la Main Street y el número de teléfono es el 860-906-6031 y ahí estamos para servirles.
Muchas gracias.
Great. So I'm so sad I'm happy and I'm sad. This is the last time that I'll be with you for this year because in the next 2 weeks, the programming will all be music. So I will be off the air, but I will be back on January 8th. I have surprises for you guys. So I just want you to know that early on.
Quiero anunciarles que Ruth está un poquito contenta, un poquito triste porque va a estar fuera del show por unas 2 semanas, pero regresa nuevamente en enero. En enero se reanuda otra vez el programa normalmente donde traerá a todos sus presentadores, pero por 2 semanas por motivos de las feriados no va a estar presente, va a ser música.
All right, awesome. I didn't know I said all that. Wow, I said all that. That's awesome.
Yes.
You guys, for those of you who get to see this, I'm going to hold up a few things, and if you guys could describe what the thing is in, maybe you could tell us the English name, and then Rosa can tell us the Spanish name. Tell us what is in the thing. I'm going to hold this one up first.
Lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a estar presentando cada uno de los platillos y Sandy va a estar diciéndonos en inglés y describiendo los platos que son, y Rosa nos lo describe en español. ¿Qué viene siendo Sandy, si nos dices en inglés?
So those are fish tacos. They're have tortillas freshly made.
Freshly made? Like you don't get them out of a plastic package like I do? Okay, this is the real
we
deal.
do have the option also to put them as flour tortillas.
Okay,
just
so
those who want flour tortillas also.
Ahora nos gustaría escucharlo en español para que Rosa nos explique qué plato es Rosa.
Bueno, estos son unos tacos de pescado que les hace especiales mi esposo porque les pone unos colores muy apetitivos, muy
it has a special, touch by her husband who's the chef, that he always add very colorful ingredients in order to make it vibrant.
It's beautiful.
Y tiene una salsa especial que la hace mi cuñado también, él le da un toque especial también.
So he also has a special sauce that is made by her brother-in-law. That is it a spicy sauce? ¿Es picosa?
No mucho.
It's mild. It's not that spicy. So se la ponen a un lado siempre. Not too spicy for Mexicans.
Well,
but for others, they're not
my
sure.
My soul is Mexican.
Su alma es mexicana. Ella puede manejarlo.
I'm going to just take a little piece of that.
Ella va a tratar un pedacito de pescado con la salsa. Esto está considerado mediano, término mediano en pique.
Sí.
So it's going to be considered mild in terms of, the intensity of the spiciness.
Is there mayonnaise in there?
¿Tiene mayonesa?
Sí.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, yes.
I would put
Ay,
this
no
on.
le puedo decir que lo
No,
que
she
tiene. Ay.
cannot tell you the secret ingredients.
I'm not going to ask any more questions. No more questions.
No más preguntas sobre ingredientes.
But I know a lot of people in town, or people that I meet, that's often the question they ask is it spicy? Is it spicy? But you can control the heat. So
Sí.
everybody can eat.
So, en el pueblo todo el mundo siempre le pregunta cuando ella prueba comidas latinas, específicamente mexicanas, ¿es picoso? ¿Tiene mucho pique? ¿Cómo es? ¿En verdad se puede comer? Y ella quiere que la gente entienda de que pueden controlar la cantidad de pique, de picante que tiene, ¿verdad que sí, en su cocina?
En nuestra cocina sí, porque todo es hecho a mano, entonces todas las salsas las ponemos aparte, incluso también si viene una persona vegetariana, podemos hacer unas quesadillas veggie, unos tacos veggie, podemos hacer todo, o gluten free.
So is it, in the
free.
restaurant definitely they can control how much spice they can add to the into the recipes because they make
Right.
everything from scratch. So they create every single recipe and they bought every single ingredient in order to create all of the sauces, all of the ingredients, and especially if you have a special request like gluten free, or you don't want the corn tortilla, you want the flour tortilla, you can make changes to the
And
menu.
if you don't want meat, you can have just all vegetables.
Oh yes, they have
something.
vegetable.
You guys.
Tienen platos vegetarianos.
Claro, tenemos burritos vegetarianos.
They have
la
vegetarian
quesadilla
burritos.
te la puedo hacer vegetariana.
A vegetarian quesadilla.
Los
Well,
tacos.
and
Tacos.
you know what? If you just want a snack, just go get a pile of this guacamole. I'm holding it up, but I can describe it's a chunky guacamole. It's not like really creamy, so like you can tell there's real avocados in there, and I don't know what the seasonings are, but just get chips and guacamole and have a good day.
Definitely, and it's a great way of getting, good omega-3.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's a great source of, fatty acids.
Good fat.
Good fat.
We
So
need
esto
good
es
fat.
excelente merienda. El que quiera pasar solamente por comer guacamole con unas pequeñas tortillas, ¿verdad? Es hecho fresco a mano. Se nota que los pedazos de aguacate que están ahí, los ingredientes se ven frescos. Simplemente pase a comer, a tratar ese guacamole, así sea para usted tenga un snack y tenga un poquito de proteína.
Amazing. This is beautiful too. So, do you want to tell us what this is?
Our shrimp salad.
Well, that's more than shrimp salad.
My dad puts a whole bunch of, like my mom said, colorful items on top of the...
What's that pile on top that looks like haystack?
Oh, so that is tortilla chips that he chops up and he fries right in the morning.
Oh, here. I'm sorry. I was hogging it. Here, I'm
doesn't wanna share it.
I'm going to share. I'm sharing. Oh yeah, we got two cameras going here, so that's why. This is beautiful. This is probably a low-fat meal.
So
And-
esto es un plato bajo en grasa. Esto es una ensalada de camarones.
and I'm going to make sure the shrimp is okay.
Y Ruth va a asegurarse de que los camarones estén bien, que estén correctos.
I didn't realize your husband is the one. Does he do all the cooking?
¿De tu esposo es el que hace toda la cocinadera?
Lo
Rosa?
que pasa es que somos entre los dos. Bueno, en el restaurante todos formamos como una parte bonita ahí. Mi cuñado se encarga como de las carnes rojas. Mi esposo se encarga de cocinar eso en su punto, los camarones. Y yo me encargo de hacer como de las salsas o como el aderezo de la tinga o el guisado del chicharrón o así.
So basically, what Rosa is saying that
Somos los dos.
it's a work as a family, it's a teamwork. So it's not only him cooking. So each family member takes a part of the cooking, the making the recipes.
Sí.
Creating the
Porque,
sauces,
por ejemplo,
doing
para
the
el
meat.
pozole, para el pozole, mi cuñado pica la carne, pero mi esposo la cocina, pero yo la sazono.
So, for the
Es
pozole,
chistoso.
so it has a process like, her brother-in-law cut the meat, her husband, process it and
hijos lo
season it,
sirven.
and then she cooks it, and then the kids are the ones serving it in the restaurant. So this is
Sometimes
a
I try,
family
I try
work
to see if it passes the
team.
test.
You have to sample it
Yeah, I
to
have
make sure
to
it's
sample
okay, right?
Tienen que probarlo a ver si sabe bueno, ¿verdad? Si
Yeah.
sale bien.
That's amazing. I'm going to pick up this other pile of whatever it is. It's heavy.
So este que está acá
I'm gonna
está
hold this up.
pesadito este.
It's got a big knife in it. Tell us what this is.
So I don't really think there's an English name for that, but it's a semita. It
do you
is
say
semita.
Semita.
I don't think I ever heard of that.
It's a big sandwich with hand breaded chicken in there.
Oh, that's a pile of food. So what else is in there besides like a breaded chicken? What else is in there?
There's also queso Oaxaca, freshly shredded.
And which is what?
Queso Oaxaca.
Is that a cheese?
That's a cheese, yeah.
A shredded kind of
It's
cheese?
like a string cheese.
Yep, I see that in there. Okay, so there's that in there. I see avocado. There's lettuce.
Tomato, grilled onions.
This up here?
That is also between butter and also mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Oh, you said the
You
keyword.
can
Because they
have
grill
you can
it,
have
grill
the option
breads.
either or.
You know,
yeah.
when that's how when you grill the breads, right? ¿Verdad? Tú pones el pan en la plancha para recrear ese
Y
sándwich.
tiene dos clases de queso, el queso Oaxaca y el queso mozzarella.
So it
derretido.
also contains mozzarella cheese addition to the Oaxaca
Oh, I think that's what's
cheese.
in there, right? I think is that mozzarella cheese in
Es
there?
el queso mozzarella y derretido, lo que tiene en el pan.
And are there like some kind of caramelized onion? Is there onion in there?
¿Tiene cebolla?
Tiene
Caramelizada.
exacto.
Yes, caramelized
cebolla.
onions.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. And there's a big hunkin' jalapeno on top of it with a knife gone through it. It will survive. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I think that's a grilled, right? Grilled jalapeno made.
Just in case you want more
Just in case
spicy,
you
more
want-
you know,
more
kick to
spice.
it, just
Sí,
take a
mira,
bite
tiene-
of it.
Is that like what? Is that one order? Is that like one menu item?
That's one
Like
menu
you
item.
didn't make that big just for us, right?
No, that's one
So
menu
like
item.
if you walk in off the street, you can get this.
So cuando tú entras al restaurante, exactamente estas porciones son las que tú vas a recibir cuando tú pides estas
So you
órdenes.
mean we're not special?
No nos los está haciendo especialmente para nosotros más grandes. So wow, so that, eso semita se llama, ¿verdad? Semita es
Semita.
una sola
Semita.
orden y está hecho de pollo, básicamente.
En realidad es de pollo, pero es la carne que tú gustes. Si la quieres de milanesa de res, también tenemos de res, o si la quieres de al pastor. La más, te trajimos ahora la más popular.
So this one is the most popular, which is the chicken, you know, the breaded chicken. But they also they can make it as any meat that you like. You can request it,
Really?
and they make it as your
That's wonderful.
your choice.
Wow, we have so many choices
Sí.
available. Tell us did you say what your hours are? I don't know if we got that at the front end of things.
El horario, tenemos el horario. ¿Qué horario ustedes
Because people
están?
need to know when you're open.
Yes. ¿Cuándo están abiertos?
De lunes a jueves de 11 a 9 y de jueves a domingo de 7 a 9.
So from Monday to Wednesday?
Jueves.
From Monday to
Sí. Miércoles.
from Monday through Wednesday, we're open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Wow.
And from Thursday to Sunday, we're open from 7 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m.
Wow.
Okay, all right, so you don't have
And
to go hungry.
They do deliveries, ¿verdad? Hacen deliveries también.
Hacemos deliveries y por lo regular de jueves, entre jueves y domingo llevamos a las compañías, comida o
Also, they do deliveries, they
Y
do
deliveries.
catering, they do also serve, a lunch for companies.
How do you do a delivery? If I want to make a delivery, how do I do that?
So you call in, you give us your address. If you want to pay through phone, we can accept the card, or we also have payment options like Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. We have a wide variety. Yeah.
Excelente.
And then we just come and find you.
Perfect. So I want people to understand, Ruth, that this is an actual restaurant that you dine
Right.
in, you sit
Y
down.
sabes
brick and
lo que
mortar.
nos pasó apenas la semana, hace como 2 semanas atrás, que muchos estudiantes
Ajá.
nos estaban llamando
Sí.
porque nos comentan que los deliveries para allá es difícil de encontrar la dirección.
So this is what happens last week.
last
You
week.
know what happened the other day. So she received complaints and many requests, demands of students from the colleges requesting delivery up to over there.
Y nosotros sí pudimos
because
llegar.
they've been
Tengo
trying
una
to reach
delivery
them.
bien
So
buena.
she has a delivery driver who's doing a great job, and she's reaching out up to stores, Mansfield, all those
Oh,
areas.
wow.
So the
That's
students are
quite a
calling, and that's a lot of
distance,
work.
yeah.
That's a lot of demand.
That is,
So
yeah.
mucha gente para cubrir, Rosa.
Sí, somos varios que estamos ahí.
Because you know that once you package something, it changes from the time it leaves the restaurant.
So, cuando tú
Right.
empacas algo, como que va cambiando desde el momento que va saliendo del restaurante, que no puede coger como mucho camino largo y todo demás. ¿Cómo ustedes transportan la comida?
Tenemos cajas negras que mantienen caliente la comida.
So basically, they have a system of, Cambreras. So these are, National Sanitation Foundation approved equipment to work outside the restaurant
is that-
and transport.
Is that some of the things that you brought in today?
Yes,
Do
that's
you
why.
have-
Yep.
Oh, it's like that big thermal kind
Yes,
of
yes.
thing.
You want to show them. So that big box, it's commercially grade, and that's to transport all of these food items. So
Nice.
they're gonna
Yeah.
arrive just like this to your house. So you're not in the fancy plate because we're not to no
Pero
vamos a
si lo
darle todo
encuentras
plato, pero
caliente.
always gonna be warm and really hot and nice when it arrives at home.
All right, so you can dine in, you can take food home, you can have it delivered, you can have the catering service. They have this amazing selection of these drinks, and the one I have in front of me, I had to fight Dionysi for.
It's my favorite one.
But she surrendered willingly. I never heard of, I like horchata, so you guys can explain what horchata is. This one is strawberry. I've never heard of that one. At least here.
So
tell us what horchata is.
Vamos a hablar ahora de estas deliciosas
While I
aguas
drink it.
frescas, mientras Ruth la prueba y la trata, ¿verdad? Ella está tomando la horchata, agua fresca de horchata de fresa, que es mi favorita. Y queremos saber un poquito más de estas aguas frescas. Cuéntanos, ¿quién las hace?
Bueno, mi nena
You
las
guys
hace.
can keep going with the
Sandy,
interview. I'm just
you
gonna
are the
sit and
ones
drink.
who making these waters, the fresh waters. ¿Tú eres la que las hace?
Sí.
Ella es la que se encarga de eso. A veces cuando ya no puede, pues entonces hay otra nena que nos ayuda
So
también.
Ruth,
una
yes.
muchacha.
they're the youth in the restaurant who are making these fresh waters. Okay,
Oh, the young
so
people
Sandy,
are.
the young people. So
make
Sandy
that?
and another person. Sandy, tell us about the waters.
And tell us the flavors, yeah.
The
También
flavors?
mis hijos, mis otros dos hijos, con mi hijo mayor Jordi y mi hija, la otra más menor que ella, Karina, también las hace.
So everybody, family members, they're all helping in the making of most of
Pero
those waters.
normalmente las hace
But
ella.
usually Sandy is the responsible for it.
Good job. Round
So
of
if you ever
applause.
hear that it's not
Yes.
available, that's my fault.
Por lo regular tenemos seis sabores, por lo regular.
Usually they have 6 different flavors.
Y a veces metemos las de temporada, como a lo mejor
And
la
sometimes they
sandía
add,
o
according to
así.
the season, depending of what's available out there.
So you have
Yeah.
mango,
Sí.
right? Is that
Tiene la de
mango? Is it
mango.
a mango horchata or just
This
mango?
is just, esto es solamente
Mango
mango horchata.
It
Yes,
is.
it is.
Okay.
It is.
I have the strawberry horchata. The white one here is, I know you can't, is in Radioland can't see this, but it's, how
Horchata
many
original.
ounces is this? This is like
32.
32 ounces.
32 ounces. That's a big drink. This is the regular horchata, just the
Yes.
white drink. And then what are the other 3?
So this one is pineapple right here. It's
Pine-
also freshly made. I cut it up, I peel it and everything.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's
wow.
like real fruit?
Yeah. Tamarindo right here. This one's a process too. I usually have to peel it and I have to go through the process of boiling it and peeling it off because it also has like a little seed inside.
Yeah.
Like a couple of
yes.
seeds inside.
That is not
sí,
tamarind is not a friendly fruit.
No, it's
No,
not.
es difícil de
It's-
trabajar el
yeah.
tamarindo.
So that was my least favorite to make, but it's really good.
It is good.
And I have Jamaica right here, hibiscus flower.
Hibiscus flower. That's awesome. So do you guys serve any hot drinks at all during the winter?
¿Hacen bebidas calientes durante el invierno?
El café. A veces hacemos no es algo que lo tenemos cada fin de semana, pero también normalmente hacemos atoles y
So
café.
usually not as often as they would like to, but so usually on weekends they have atole. So what is atole made of? ¿De qué está hecho el atole? ¿De qué de maíz, de avena?
Ajá, de maicena,
Sí, como de
leche.
cornstarch. It's made of like cornstarch based drink.
Y
So
chocolate.
And chocolate. So it's like a cacao.
Is it like hot chocolate?
It's,
más o menos
but a
así.
little bit denser, like a little bit more thicker.
Oh,
So-
kind of like the cross between hot chocolate and pudding.
It's kind of like
But-
between hot chocolate and oatmeal type
Yeah,
of.
like oatmeal.
Uh-huh.
Does it have the Mexican chocolate in it?
Tiene el chocolate mexicano.
Sí.
You use that little
Yes.
tool that mixes
Bueno,
it?
ahora con la modernización es nada más esa cosita que nada más la
So now with
la bajamos
with the,
y hacemos y ya.
we're in a new era, and now you have the the
Así lo
spinner that you have by
ves,
hand,
para que no le des
electric
espumita.
spinner. You don't have to mix them now with the hand tool. You can use the
I have the
electric
hand
mixer.
tool.
I have the hand tool from Mexico.
And I have I think it's the abuela chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sí,
sí,
es
la
ese,
abuela.
chocolate
Yeah,
de la
that's the
abuelita.
one. That's the right one. That's the right one. So you got the tools. You have the ingredients.
Oh, well, and you just got to throw some coffee in there and that'll make it better, right?
Muy bien. Que le va a tirar un poquito de café y ahí lo hace un poquito mejor.
What do you want people to know about your restaurant? Because we're going to run out of time too quickly. What would you like people to know that you think they don't know?
¿Qué tú quieres que la gente sepa sobre tu restaurante? Que de verdad quieres compartirlo hoy. No tenemos mucho tiempo, pero ¿qué tú quieres que la gente sepa sobre ustedes, su restaurante y su menú?
So we can accommodate to whatever you want to eat that day, like or whatever day of the week. We have different options from shrimp to fish to chicken to vegetarian. Little snacks like Ruth says, just guacamole, or even just a drink to stop by and head out. I don't even to a road trip, but everything we can accommodate to whatever you want. And I don't think a lot of people know that everything's freshly made in the moment. And even like veggies, seasonings. If you don't want too much salt, we can reduce the salt. If you don't want any salt at all, we could just accommodate to whatever you want.
Excellent.
Hace frío y quieren un caldito, tenemos pozole y consomé también.
It's cold outside and you want to warm up. They have, a little, eso es un caldo de res.
Sí,
It's
el
like
consomé.
like a beef stock that you can get, energized at the restaurant.
I've had that because there's a certain sandwich that you have that you dip in there, right?
Sí.
What is that one called? What is
The
that?
birria?
Las quesabirrias.
Las quesabirrias,
I like
usually
that
you dip in the... So yes, and I love that you can actually sit down and, eat and have the full experience of being in Mexico, in a restaurant, because it's a real Mexican family cooking from scratch. And that's what I think it makes it special about, among the restaurants that we have around town.
I think dining in should be a leisurely experience where you don't just grab your food and you leave and you eat it while you're driving. That's so to me it's sad. But if you can sit somewhere with a friend and you can talk and then you can order food and you can enjoy friendship and you can slow down, because if you're making it from scratch, this is not fast food. You have to wait. So you have to gauge yourself, people. So if you're really like feeling the hunger, you should go right away. Because if you want the food fast, you're going to be upset.
You're going to miss the experience.
Fresh food.
Yes.
Fresh
Yes,
hot food.
bien importante que, como Ruth dice, que ir a un restaurante y comer y ordenar comida tiene que ser una experiencia y tiene que ser disfrutable, que tú lo disfrutes. No puede ser algo rápido, que tú agarres la comida, te vas en el carro y te la comes en el carro. Tiene que ser algo que tú disfrutes la experiencia de sentarte, conversar con un amigo, disfrutar de la comida y tomar de verdad ese momento para apreciar todo lo que está alrededor.
Y ¿sabes qué? Que por ejemplo, yo no sé si esto se transmita, pero por ejemplo, cuando estamos preparando la comida, por ejemplo, cuando preparo el flan, como es una receta de mi hermana, yo me acuerdo de mi hermana cuando ella me está diciendo la receta.
So I don't know if this could be transmitted, among my recipes, but when for example, when I'm cooking and making the flan, it's the recipe of my sister, so I remember of my sister, and that's kind of like with
hasta
me.
Como que siento que está, o sea, como que siento que cuando hago el arroz, siento que mi mamá me está diciendo ahí al lado de mí, y muévele bien, y hágalo bien.
So she also, she also hear her mom talking to her while she's cooking, telling her like, move it right, cook it right, you better do it right. So that's kind of like the influence of all of her recipes and her traditional family recipes.
Sí.
So we're passing around flan, which I'm told is not on the menu.
It is not on the menu now.
So
No,
let's
it's not on the menu.
briefly talk about what's not on the menu, because this is like top
Yes.
secret. And if you're
Yes.
listening, tonight's your lucky night.
Sandy, tell us what's
Yeah,
not on the
tell
menu
us.
that you know only if you're a regular, if
That's
you
right.
visit the space several times. But tell us what's not on the menu that they can request.
So what is not on the menu is that big semita, the big sandwich over
Big
there with
sandwich.
the jalapeno on top. The flan is not on the menu, and the aguas, only the horchata, jamaica, and pineapple are on the menu.
Only
But
three.
other than that, I think we have other 3 available that are not on the menu. We also have these fish tacos that are not on the menu. we have a couple of soups. Some soups we won't have in the menu, like soup of the day. But other than that, we have regular soups that are also in the menu.
Oh, and Rosa says she does cook some Puerto Rican style things
Puerto Rican
too.
rice.
Sí, yo tengo 2 tipos también de arroces. Por lo regular doy el arroz mexicano, pero la gente, los clientes me pregunta siempre qué tipo de arroz tienes.
So they
Entonces,
usually have 2
ya le
different type of
ofrezco.
rices. I usually have the Mexican style rice and also the Puerto Rican style of the recipe. But
sí,
it
porque
depends
como,
of the
como el
the
arroz
demand.
tiene también puerco, el arroz de
Because the Puerto
Rico.
Rican rice also contains pork, one
Mucha
of the
gente no
ingredients. So
come.
many people do not,
They
know,
don't
eat
like-
pork
they
in
want
their
that.
in their food, so they're trying not
Right.
to make too much of the rice.
Pero también lo tenemos.
But they also carry the Puerto Rican rice. It's one of my favorite items. I go there and I ask for rice. Arroz.
And we're happy
Yes, yeah.
as long as there's rice. So we're here with Gallo Family Restaurant Friends. I'd like you to just tell the address of where you are, the phone number, and your hours, please.
856 Main Street here in Lamantic. Our phone number is 860-906-6031. And our open hours are Monday through Wednesday, 9 a.m. through 9 p.m. And Thursday to Sunday, 7 a.m. through 9 p.m.
If there's a change, like in your hours, or there's something, do you have a Facebook page? Do you have a website? Anywhere where you post up to the minute information?
Yeah. So we have the Rosa Gallos fam Facebook page. You can follow us over there.
All right, great. Well, you guys, finally, after how long in the studio? Gracias for being here.
Ay, ya me gustó. Ay.
So she loved the experience.
And thank you for all the food. And this is Ruth Hartunian Allenbaugh saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad. Thank you for being here, Denise.
Muchas gracias a ti, Ruth. Que tengan muy buenas tardes.
And now we're going to eat.